Oh, hello, this is Rod Live Within Your Means. Got the bulls still working on the pigs here. My golly, that's Vivian over here.
Hello.
Cutting up a pig. The lovely 18-year-old girl knows how to work. Apparently she knows how to... What are you working on now? You scraping bone dust off, or?
Yep, cleaning up the bone dust because it's bitter and doesn't taste that great. Just cleaning up the hams so we can cut them up and get them in the brine.
Alrighty. So some lucky guy is going to get a gal here that knows how to butcher pigs and work like her mom.
So?
Hopefully not too soon, but who knows?
I have no intention on getting married anytime soon.
So what's this piece back here that he's cutting in half?
This is the Boston, but the front part's the picnic.
Now this is the front part that he just took to remove the ribs from?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mom, go ahead and clean up the fat.
Yeah. Throw it in the garbage.
Do you want to slice them up first, or you good?
Well, that's what I was asking. It's up to you. It doesn't make a difference.
So you,
to me.
what did you
Clean
call
up
these
whole
two
and
parts, Melissa?
parts
This
of
is the Boston butt, and that front part's the picnic.
Okay.
Why they call it a butt, even though it's the front shoulder, I don't know, but that's the commercial term or the retail term.
Yeah, I got a couple of big pieces of meat a few weeks ago on sale, and it said shoulder butt. And my brother's like, shoulder butt? Is it a shoulder or a butt?
It's a shoulder,
It's a shoulder.
All right.
but that's this here.
Yeah.
So those ones you bought, that's the same piece of meat.
Okay. Well, they were pieces of it, I guess.
Well, yeah, because it's a big chunk of meat.
Yeah.
Your commercial pig,
Uh-huh.
when they bring it in here, is about 100 pounds.
Okay. Quite a bit smaller than this one then.
Yes.
How old was this pig, would you guess?
6 months.
6 months. All right.
7,
Not 7, no, 8.
8 months.
8 months.
Okay.
I think he
Okay,
was.
so this one,
No,
Was this a little sow or a
no, this was a
Male.
boy.
little hog? Okay. You probably don't call them hogs till they're bigger though, huh?
official term is a barrow.
A barrel?
Barrow.
Barrow. Spell that?
Barrow.
Okay.
When you've castrated a young male or a male.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So we're gonna half this,
Okay.
right?
Uh,
And that is a big chunk.
Is it any bigger than normal? I don't think so.
Let me clean it off and we'll think about what we're gonna do with it.
yeah, let's just keep thinking about it.
Wow, look at all the fat on that.
Yeah,
Now you
my
put all
job.
that fat aside that she turns into Crisco basically, huh?
Yeah,
Lard.
we have so much of it already, we're not doing it on this one.
Okay.
We'll do it on our next one, but not
Does that
this
mean I
one.
don't have to cut up the lard?
We're not
Had
gonna
you
bring.
been here,
Yay.
last night you would have heard that.
You've cut up a lot of lard, huh?
Oh yeah.
Has your mom been making some of it into soap before or not?
Do you make it into soap?
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Excuse me, Stephen.
I don't know what to do with it.
So James is cutting a lot of this fat off.
That's just a pull job?
Yeah, this is often my job. And then I also strip it.
No, I cut it off and then you'll cut it into chunks to go through the grinder.
I've cut it off too.
This all the way around, or do you want me to?
But what's common?
We
So he's
typically
just-
will grind it down like hamburger
Uh-huh.
because then it breaks, when you go to heat it up and render it, it does a better job
Middle
than
ground between the
big
two of
slabs
those.
like
Don't
this.
Okay.
Get it quite so clean, but.
But like I said, we've got so much already. We don't have enough usage of lard for 2 pigs a year.
Okay. Yeah.
See all this stuff?
So have you got a lot of lard in the freezer, or do you have actually fat frozen in the freezer too?
We do lard.
Uh-huh.
We've done both, but we've learned it's better
Render it and
to
then bottle
render
it.
it and bottle it and then freeze it versus trying to do it again later.
Okay.
Yeah, there's lots of fat. All this
Yes.
is all fat.
He
Yeah.
knows that.
And it goes all the way.
Got a lot of it.
And so that's one.
So is Vivian taking a lot of fat off too?
Yep, gotta clean up the hams. Don't want them too fatty.
Okay.
But you gotta leave on the fat.
And we'll probably take some off.
You got a bunch right here.
So has this got the loins on it and the ribs? Is that what this is?
The loin is over here.
That's
Okay.
the bacon.
This is the
This-
bacon.
yeah, this is the bacon
and
right here.
the spare
Oh, that's the
ribs.
bacon. Alrighty.
Or well, it will be.
That's what
The official term is belly.
The tenderloin itself is actually this cut right here.
Okay.
And I think there ended up being a little bit of it on here.
You know that happens.
Yeah, but that's okay.
So Melissa's separating, getting all those ribs off it then right now.
Yeah. Those are your spare ribs.
Okay.
If you go to the
Maybe back
grocery
right
store,
here.
that's the part that you get for spare ribs.
So maybe back to right here.
Gonna say all the buffets and restaurants wherever they have ribs, they're always pork ribs. It seems like nowadays. But
Most common ones.
how many piglets can a pig have? Like 2 or 3 litters of 12, up around 12 a year.
I don't know.
I think they can only have 1 or 2 a year,
Okay.
but I don't know. We quit breeding.
I thought I heard someone say they could have 2.5 litters a year, and they'll be anywhere from, 10 to 14.
When we had
Okay.
ours, it was 7.
Okay.
She laid on half of them and killed them.
So this whole piece here is bacon. Is that right, Melissa?
Yes, that's what this is.
Okay.
That's just bacon left. This is the spare ribs.
Gotcha.
Big blood.
Do you want to trim the rest of this tenderloin off, or are you just gonna let it be part of the bacon?
You know what big blood's like black?
I don't care.
Now this great big piece of fat right here, where did this come off of?
It's right here. It was the leaf lard. It is the leaf lard.
Huh.
So it's not as
Man, there's got to be
oxygenated.
8 pounds of fat right there.
Oxygenated.
Somewhere close to that anyway. Maybe it's only 6, but
Fat's pretty light.
is it?
Yeah, I'd probably say this might even be not even quite,
Oxidized.
maybe 2, maybe 3 pounds at the most.
Ah.
Even 3 pounds is a little bit heavy for
Really?
this. Yeah, fat's pretty light.
That surprises me because that's like
Isn't this the same
16 inches long.
Yeah, it's not that heavy though.
Huh.
Getting oxygen?
Oh, it is lighter than I
That's
thought.
pretty light.
We know that fat's lighter than the muscle.
That's why you can have a muscular person be smaller than a fat one.
Yeah.
Only the same amount.
True. But as you can see, this is a family affair. And that's how meat gets put in the freezer. That's Boel's home and home of their daughter and son-in-law and a few other family members.
Grandma,
So-
grandpa,
Say that again?
grandma, grandpa.
Grandma and Grandpa get some too. That's wonderful.
They come a couple of, have come the past couple of years.
Oh, this is hard to throw away.
Yeah, I know it is, Dad.
When you're
That's
used
why I
to
have my 2
keeping
piles.
and using all of it, huh?
Well, I mean, look how pure and white that
Yeah.
fat is.
I mean, that's the good fat. That's the keep fat.
It makes for really good cooking oil.
Just gotta ask yourself, what would you do with it?
I don't have any place to put it. That's why.
place to put it.
So how to make yourself throw it away?
And I'll save the next pig most likely.
What do you mean by that?
The lard off of our pig will probably stay. Oops, dang it.
And this is the shoulder butt, right? That you've taken all this fat off.
Yeah, it's the front shoulder,
Okay.
and in retail they most frequently will call it a Boston butt.
Okay. Now you're going to cut this into a few pieces because that's a good 25-pound piece of meat, isn't it?
Maybe 20.
Okay.
We'll cut it at least in half.
Alrighty.
Typically, commercially, you're getting 1 piece.
Uh-huh.
We divide it up because 1, we grow our pigs bigger than they do commercially. 2, it's just
Falling.
a really big piece of meat.
Okay.
bones for bones this year. Or
Why
not?
don't you grab that white garbage, Alden?
So Melissa, you're cutting those up into packages that can fit in the freezer then and
Yeah,
make a meal.
yep. Meal sized spare ribs.
Is this just scrap?
Yeah. Well,
Oh, white garbage.
So Vivian, how many pigs have you helped
Back to the sauce.
butcher?
Every one that we've done,
About 9 of them? Is that what your dad told me?
I think
Sausage
so.
is in one of those totes, it's just a
2 a
small
year.
pile.
This is the same gal that I saw in a prom dress for a date last year that when someone was going to come pick her up. Was it a prom or some date dance?
I think it was prom. I could be wrong. I'm not sure though.
I was just listening to a guy on YouTube today and he was talking about the movie Seven Brides for Seven
Yeah,
Brothers
Keep
and
the
how
white garbage over there.
Millie knew how to work.
Oh,
And that was
so dump it in there,
appealing to
and get
Adam.
the black bag in the white garbage.
I know most of that soundtrack by heart.
Yeah, I like that movie. It was a lot of fun. So Melissa, what are you doing now here?
I'm gonna take the sirloin off.
Okay.
I think it's fine.
We need the bones off of that. Oh, that's right. That way.
Let's not end up with this thing
Are
on
you
the ground.
keeping the
Mama.
leaf lard on?
I did.
Okay.
That is not the kind
I
of
thought you
minerals I
might.
need in my life.
Did you find it this time?
Yeah.
Good.
What?
The little joint that you cut through on the backbone, so you don't have to actually use a saw.
Of course, now I shut it back up, and I can't get my knife in there.
Get these into manageable sized pieces, right?
Mom, do you want me to come hold that for you?
Stephen can catch it
Yep.
before I drop it on the ground.
Oh, am I holding this?
Yes.
Okay, I can hold this.
Stephen, were you raised in Idaho too?
Nope, I'm actually a Virginia boy myself.
Oh wow. Okay. I'm gonna guess you never butchered pigs before you got here, did you?
I have yet to have the experience to butcher anything.
Okay.
You've been indoctrinated.
Oh, what?
Just remember, you saw the house before.
Indoctrinated me.
I was well aware of my
Oh.
choices.
Well aware of what?
My choices in marrying into this family and what I was getting myself into, and I liked it.
So Melissa's gonna take a big old chunk of fat off of that. Wow. Wow, look at that.
Mom was always good at that part.
The fat's always easier to take off.
Oh, the fact that she could
Well,
get it in such a
especially
big
since it's been-
slab.
Sitting out for
Without flipping it off.
The fact that it's cold makes a huge difference.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
If it was warm, it would just be slimy and
Hey, if you'll
slippery.
set that aside here, if you're gonna check that, I'll take that one home in a bag and
I'm gonna go get him a bag.
What size you
a
want?
few bags.
Gallon.
Well, it'll fit.
Probably like a grocery bag.
Yeah.
Like 2 of them.
Well, I would feel like the gallon would have less likely to get some kind of frost something or other.
I wasn't thinking you guys were gonna have gloves on. I just said to my wife, I said, I'm gonna watch it. I think this is gonna be pretty greasy.
It's to keep my
It
hands
is.
from getting so cold as it is to
Unlike when you're butchering a deer. Well, there's some fat on the deer if it's been a good year for them to eat,
Yeah.
but nothing's like all the fat that you see on pigs.
A cow's gonna
That's
be
a
an
limit.
interesting
No, I don't
experience.
want that.
Look at that, pretty fat, all white. Oh, a little teeny bit of muscle in there.
for your Jesus style. That's
So.
the lymph node.
Do you want to cut that fat in half if you would, just so it'll, or in
half?
thirds,
Just roll it
so
up.
it'll fit in the. Oh,
Just roll it up.
there's
Yeah, like one of those kind of
piece.
desserts. I forget what they're called, but
Roll ups.
no.
I'll tell my wife I'll try to render it a little bit and make it into some lard. The extra bottles we've got empty, but we'll see. So where you've got all this fat, I mean, do you ever think, oh, we'll feed them less grain to get less fat when you got so much? Or is this first time you're not using a whole bunch of it, right?
Well, it's hard to decide what to do with them because you gotta feed them,
Mm-hmm.
and pigs just naturally
Put on a lot of fat.
put on the fat, so it's kind of a,
Inevitable.
I mean, commercial pigs are gonna have a lot of fat too, it's just the way they grow.
If I had some gloves on, Alden, I'd lift that into the bag for you. For me, huh?
I can come get it.
You're busy.
I'm scraping off some.
It's not like the meat's going.
Well, they're doing a good job getting a lot of this fat off. This video is already over 16 minutes long, and so Steve's been kind of putting that in that bag that Alden's holding. So we'll break this up a little bit. This is Rob. Live
tenderloin?
within your means, and have a wonderful day.